If you feel creative, but you hesitate to call yourself creative, then this video is for you, especially if you use creativity or designs regularly in your business, but you still feel uncomfortable owning that word. In this channel, we talk about building creative confidence and momentum without comparison, without pressure, and without the burnout. I have also created a free starter kit called Design Made Easy, Fun Guaranteed. It's a simple place for you to begin creating forward, and I'll tell you more about that in just a moment. Here is something that I've noticed, and I want to take just a minute to talk about this. A lot of women are creating every single day. They're designing products, and they're making graphics, and they're building successful small businesses. They are producing things that people love and that they buy and that they use. But yet, when it comes to calling themselves creative, they hesitate. They'll say things like, I enjoy just making stuff. Oh, I'm not a designer. Or, I don't really call myself creative. And every single time that I hear them say this, I think you are already creative. You don't need permission to say that. You are already creative. But you know, this hesitation, it doesn't come out of nowhere. Most of us were taught a very narrow version of what creativity actually looks like. We were taught that you need a degree, or that you need to be an artist, or you need to be a painter, or you need to be able to draw with little effort. And if your creativity looked practical or digital or learned over time, or if it was connected to a business, then it was not celebrated. So we learned over time to just downplay it, to say things like, well, I'm still learning, or I just like to use templates, or I'm not that good yet. And over time, that turns into something a lot deeper. We start not trusting our creative instincts. We start waiting on validation. We hesitate to take ownership of our creativity even when we are completely capable. So I want to slow this down for just a minute, because this really isn't about confidence. It's about identity. When you hesitate to call yourself a creative, you're not just downplaying the word, you're downplaying your work. You delay decisions that you already know how to make. You hold back ideas that could actually help someone else. And the longer this goes on, the heavier creating starts to feel. There's a verse that comes to mind here for me. Each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace. That word steward, it matters. It means a lot, because gifts were not handed to us for comparison. They were entrusted, and stewardship does not require permission. It only requires willingness. Here's something that I want you to consider. Most women who hesitate to call themselves creatives, they are not insecure women. They are conscientious women. They don't like to over-exaggerate. They do not like to come across as arrogant. But what starts out as simply humility actually turns into hesitation. And hesitation has a cost. It doesn't happen all at once. It happens quietly. Projects, they take longer than they should. You start second-guessing your work that is already solid. You wait longer to share, and the momentum, it feels harder to hold on to. Not because you aren't capable, but just because you're not grounded in who you are. But imagine this instead. Imagine deciding quietly, not announcing it. Imagine deciding, I am creative. I am creative. Not because you arrived, Not because you're the best, but because you're already creating and you're willing to steward your gift well. And when that shift happens, you stop asking for permission. You make decisions faster. You trust your own creative eye. You finish more. You create with steadiness without all the second guessing. Nothing dramatic happens overnight, but everything begins to move forward when you decide, I am creative. A quick pause. If any of this sounds like I'm speaking to you, I want you to click that like button. And if you want more conversations like this, the kind that help creativity feel lighter and feel more confident, then make sure you subscribe and you ring that bell. This channel is about creating with clarity, not pressure. And that's exactly why I created Design Made Easy, Fun Guaranteed. It is packed with free digital clip art, typography, step-by-step video training, all designed to make creating feel simple and doable. Even if you're a beginner, even if you overthink everything. If you would like something you can download, open, and use with confidence immediately, then the download is right below this video. You do not need permission to call yourself creative. You already are. And I want you to hear me clearly. Your creativity does not need to be louder, better, or more impressive to count. It just needs to be owned. And when you stop shrinking what you've been entrusted, you're going to begin to change. Quietly at first. You're going to show up differently. You're going to make decisions without hesitation. You're going to stop waiting until you feel ready. And creating is going to start to feel lighter and more aligned with exactly who you are. That is the kind of confidence that I care about here. Not the loud kind, but the grounded kind. The kind that allows you to build something meaningful without losing yourself in the process. So if this video has helped you name something that you didn't quite have the words for, then let this be your permission moment. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to catch up. You're allowed to create from exactly where you are. And when you're ready, come join me in the next video because we're going to continue this creative conversation together.